Mimi Brown here, giving you tips you can use to manifest the most in your life, in your business. Recently, I was in the process of hiring an assistant. And the first thought that popped into my mind was, OMG, Mimi Brown, you cannot afford this. Where are you going to get the money? Where's the income going to come from? How can you figure it out? The crazy part was, I thought to myself, why can't I afford an assistant? And when I started to think about ways that I could afford an assistant, crazy things start to happen. I started getting phone calls from clients of mine who said, hey, I know about a virtual assistant. I talked to my coach, Kevin, about it, and he offered some suggestions. And it was really crazy because when I started to do what I call shift, the way I thought about the situation that I thought about changed. So has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had a moment where you had to start rethinking the way that you did things and things started to change? Well, part of the reason behind that is, what internal story are you telling yourself? What conversation is going on in your mind? What limitations have you put on yourself? So here are 3 ways to help change any situation that you're in. Number 1, go from limitation to what I call an affirmation. And when you go from limitation to affirmation, it's just switching around your situation. Just like with my story about my assistant, I went from saying I can't afford her to saying how can I afford her. And I can happily say that now I have an assistant who assists me. So I went from a limitation to affirmation. Number 2 is recognize your power. Recognize the words that you're using and how you can bring things about. And finally, number 3 is brainstorm some solutions and take inspired aligned action upon those solutions. If you stay and you continue to kind of wallow in how it can't happen, it never will. But if you start to think about, well, let me ask myself some questions. For example, am I truly able to make this transformation in my life? What strategies haven't I tried before that now I can start putting into play? Or lastly, who can I ask for help? Who can kind of get my juices flowing, my mojo going to give me better ideas to start to shift and change some things? For these and more tips, check me out on visionboardparty.net. Until next time.